What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to level 2 of the Protoss campaign in Starcraft 1, the remastered version. And in this level, we have another Zerg base that we need to take down, which is going to be a bit more challenging to do. However, within 15 minutes game time, we will have access to Phoenix's army. And Phoenix's army is a pretty nice army, so it's not a bad idea having to wait for that. Other than that, we will be looking into more stuff about the Protoss, and we'll be seeing from this side how much damage we can do to the Zerg in this area. A little bit of lore with the Protoss. They are, I would say, the proudest race. If you were to think of proud and noble warriors, the Protoss is indeed that. They love fighting, but they love the good fight, and they love dying in battle. You can basically think about like old Viking warriors. Maybe not, they're not the proudest warriors, the Vikings, but definitely the whole thing with the dying in battle. That's the code of honor that the Protoss follow. Generally, the Protoss are a good race, I would say, but they do have factions within their ranks that are not as good, which you can learn more about in Starcraft 2. With that being said, the Protoss are by far the most technologically advanced race, but their technology has got their limits as well, and the Zerg have punished them hard, even though they do have the technology on their hands. Other than that, I would recommend reading up as much as possible about this game. The Starcraft lore is truly fascinating. There's a lot of ground to cover, even just for Starcraft 1, and I would highly recommend anyone to just get into this game and get into the lore and, you know, just explore this game. You don't necessarily have to go for ranked play, but you can definitely explore this universe. Next to Warcraft, this is by far my most favorite universe. So back to the game. I have forgotten about supply again. Naughty. And we still have only access to the Zealot and the Dragoon. We are going to get access to the Reavers once Phoenix's army shows up. It should be mentioned, though, that once Phoenix's army shows up, then from there on out, you're just going to run through what is left of this level. So, we're just going to use this time, explore a bit, see if we can, you know, lay claim to another base. And, yeah, just have fun. Just have fun and have a good time. Keep on making those probes. Never, ever forget to make probes up until your bases are fully saturated. There's a base located here on the lower side. There is a couple of Zerg units that will be defending it, but on top of it all, once we claim this base, the Zerg will probably try to, you know, get rid of the base. So, which brings us to our defensive unit, or not defensive unit, our defensive building for the Protoss, called the Photon Cannon. In order to get to the Photon Cannon, we need to make a forge first, and before we make that forge, we are going to make our Nexus. Get that started, because it's going to take a little bit of time before it actually gets started. Goodness gracious. A couple of Zerg stragglers there on the top side. We'll dispose of them quickly. Yeah, just a bit of an annoyance. Hydralisks tend to hit your guns pretty hard. Yeah. I haven't lost a single unit yet, but the Zealot of ours is, well, two of our Zealots are starting to get a little bit low. Okay, so once this pylon over here finishes, in fact, I think what we are just going to do is do a cheeky maneuver that is very effective with the, what do you call them, the Terran, but you can definitely use them for the Protoss as well, because we have shields, and that makes it pretty annoying to have to deal with Protoss defenses. So what we're going to do, we're going to build a forge to block the entrance on this side over here. And then what we can do other than that, we can build a gateway, or even better, we can just build shield batteries. And a shield battery is a really nice building to have to make use of. It speaks for itself. It regenerates the shields of your buildings and your units. So what you can do is you can just build shield batteries over here. I wonder if it does apply for buildings though. I know it does in StarCraft 2, but I'm not too sure about StarCraft 1. I don't know one way to find out though. Does it work? No, actually it doesn't. Why do you know? It doesn't apply for buildings. Sorry about that, my mistake. Well, we're just using that as filler then. It's only 100 for one, and we're going to be building just a couple of photon cannons here on the side. And then basically this area over here is going to be secured for us. We now have access to the upgrades. Just keep on making probes to fill up the gaps over here. And with the photon cannons here behind this line, it means that any melee units have to run around this area in order to get to the photon cannons. Ooh, just in time. Just in time. Actually, yeah, the majority of them need to run around. They can slip through the gaps like that, of course. But what ends up happening to them is they get funneled. And funneled units, melee units are, yeah, especially for the Zerg side, incredibly ineffective. So these are nice little strategies that you can use to your advantage to defend your expansions from harm's way. Will be a good idea for us to start making some extra units, keep on making probes, get these bases saturated to benefit from the extra minerals. Gas is really not a problem for us. And yeah, basics getting sorted out. Make another gateway. Get the upgrades before Phoenix gets here. Once we have our units, we're going to start moving into their base from the western side. And by that time, Phoenix should be getting here. And then we're just going to lay waste to the level. Yay. Yeah, I would say that we have enough probes in this location over here. We can build another photon cannon just to be extra safe. They hit hard, as experienced in the previous levels, 20 per shot, so it's about the same as a Dragoon. Except that these are static defenses, and they don't have to move around, so they just keep on laying waste and doing lots and lots of damage. So, with the minerals coming up so quickly, it means that we can add another gateway to benefit from the extra income. Always a good idea to try and keep your minerals on the low side. In the sense that you keep on making units, of course. Because Protoss is so expensive, it means that we're going to clear that out pretty quickly. Actually forgot to change the hotkey on the Protoss. Huh. Okay. Once again, better idea to put your Dragoons on a separate hotkey or a control group so that you can manage them a whole lot better. Because they are so clunky as well, it's just a good idea. Get them out of harm's way quickly. Okay. Sorry, Zealots. Sent you to your doom. Yeah, not nice having to go up against so many. But that's okay. We have more Zealots on the way, and in fact, we can just make another gateway. To benefit from more units. We have, for now, enough Dragoons. And we just want units to absorb as much as possible damage-wise. Let's see if we can... most of these are connected with lots of extra defenses. Okay, well, let's just see about... send the Dragoons in to knock down the sunken colonies and use the Zealots to knock down the rest. Maybe add another line of Dragoons. Yeah, so far so good. Oopsie daisy. And Phoenix will be here shortly. Did I? Oh. Yeah, what do you know? Okay, so now that we have Phoenix, immediately get the Reavers to get the Scarabs in. Now, the Scarabs are the damage-dealing units for the Reavers, or the damage-dealing aspect. Very, very important thing, though. So, always make sure that you fill them up quickly. Okay, so this army over here, we can just completely forget about them. Focus on Phoenix's army instead. And send in the Reavers to just deal the majority of the damage. I don't think we're gonna lose that army at the bottom, but this is why I was saying, with the Reavers on your side, you're just gonna destroy everything. They have longer range than the Sunken Colonies, so great way to deal with Sunken Colonies. Think of it as the siege tank of the Protoss. And there we go. This is pretty much it. Make sure that Phoenix doesn't die, of course. A few things as annoying as accidentally losing a hero midway the end of this level. Oh, okay, that one is out. It's out. Oh man. Yeah, that's how you easily lose Reavers, by the way, if they don't have enough Scarabs. Yeah, not nice. Oh well, it's okay. We still won this level.
Remain behind to observe the effects of our attack. Return to the Citadel. I shall notify you when the brood becomes erratic.
Alright, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's the end of level 2. As you can see, it was a little bit more action-packed, but it's still nothing compared to what is yet to come. I hope that you found this video helpful and that you learned some new things about the Protoss. Definitely stay tuned for level 3. Things are spicing up quicker than what you think. So I will see you next time, and of course, please like and subscribe.